this video, we're going to talk about one of Toronto's most affluent suburbs. It's the most expensive town to live in the Greater Toronto Area, beautifully nestled on the shores of Lake Ontario. Oakville, Ontario offers trendy neighborhoods, exceptional private and public schools, and plenty of recreational activities. And in this video, we're going to get into what it's like to actually live here. How expensive is it? Is it bougie? Is it worth it? Is it good? Is it fun? Is it safe? Stay tuned because I'm about to drop the good, the bad, and the ugly. These are your top pros and cons of living in Oakville, Ontario. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, working, eating, sleeping, playing in Toronto, Ontario, and the surrounding cities across the GTA, like right here in Oakville, then subscribe below so you can be the first to know about the current market in Toronto, Ontario. My name is Rochelle. For the last 7 years, I've been helping people just like you make the move to Toronto, Ontario, and I love it. As a real estate agent here, I want to help you make that move. So if you're looking to make the move to Toronto in 9 days or 90 days, just give me a shout. All of my contact is down below, and I'll be happy to help you make a smooth move to Toronto. So let's get into it. Let's start off with the cons of living in Oakville, and let's get right into the biggest issue that people are facing when trying to make a move to Oakville is that house prices are expensive, crazy expensive.
So, for example, a one-bedroom condo is going to run you about $675,000. A two-bedroom town will cost you about $1.15 million. A three-bed semi will likely go for about $1.4 million. And a 4 or more bedroom detached house, just like this one, will easily run you a cool $2.7 million.
So it is not cheap to live here, but there are definitely some neighborhoods that are less expensive than others. So if you plan on making a move here, just make sure that you have a good realtor to help you find the best home to fit your budget, someone like me. However, it is important to note that there isn't a big inventory of condo buildings in Oakville. The town does like to keep their skies clear and free of obstructions, so across the town and throughout the neighborhoods, you're only going to find about a dozen or so high-rises. That means that if you are looking for a smaller space to live, say an apartment or the like, then your options in Oakville are going to be more limited. Now, the funny thing is that despite a relatively low number of condo buildings in town, there's still lots of traffic, because usually when you have a high concentration of buildings, that means more people, and in turn leads to more traffic. But in Oakville, even though it's not a densely populated community, you still get traffic, people commuting in and out and throughout town. For example, to get from the Marriott Hotel, which is at the easternmost tip of Oakville, to Bronte Provincial Park, which is at the westernmost tip of Oakville, this Google Maps screenshot shows that at 4 o'clock on a weekday afternoon, which is not rush hour per se, but just before it, I'm still in the red. So you just want to be mindful of that, especially if you're commuting outside of Oakville to bigger cities like Toronto and Niagara. But that does lead me to my next con, which is that these two major cities that I just mentioned are actually quite far. Oakville is perfectly nestled between Toronto and Niagara Falls, but you're still a good 40 kilometers from Ontario's capital and 100 kilometers from the falls. So if you're moving to the area but plan on commuting for, say, work, then set yourself up accordingly and get a podcast or a playlist ready, because you are going to be sitting in your vehicle for a while. Which brings me to my final con of living in Oakville, which is that you do need a vehicle to get anywhere, pretty much everywhere in Oakville, except for some pockets around town where you may be able to walk from your home to a nearby plaza or your kid's school, for example. But for the most part, to reach your everyday conveniences like grocery shopping, getting takeout, or stopping by the gym, you're going to need a car. The public transit system is not that robust, and any given neighborhood that you move to, the walk score is likely not going to be that high. But that does beg the question, why are so many people still moving to Oakville? why, despite all the cons that I just mentioned, are people choosing to call Oakville home? Well, there are so many beautiful pros about living here. But to start off with pro number one, Oakville is a waterfront town. As I mentioned earlier, Oakville does sit on the shores of Lake Ontario. It has 17 kilometers of waterfront, and so you are going to get tons of beautiful attractions along the water, like the Heritage Waterfront Park, which has a beach, boardwalk, and pier. There's a lighthouse, bluffs, and tons of paved trails to spend a day with the family. Or you can bring your canoe, your kayak, your paddleboard. You can rent one from the harbor's lakeside vendors if you don't have one yourself. Or even cruise the waters from one of the local charters. Basically, here in Oakville, you can get your swimsuit and your fishing game on and enjoy the many benefits of lakeside living. Then, just a stone's throw away from the water, you have all these different villages that add to the warm lakeside community feel. Kerr Village, for example, is a trendy and eclectic neighborhood that mixes small town hospitality with urban revitalization, which is great for foodies and hobbyists alike. You'll also find a great selection of award-winning restaurants and family and independently owned businesses in Bronte Village. Everything from art galleries to cool gaming stores you can find in these fun and vibrant community villages. But aside from these villages, there's tons of shopping to be had elsewhere. Downtown Oakville is an upscale shopping district where you'll find fashion boutiques and specialty shops. And the overall look of the area is colored with historical character against a lakeside backdrop, so it's very beautiful. But then there's also Oakville Place, which is the town's largest indoor mall, which has your Best Buy, Good Life Fitness, and the Bay, just to name a few of your bigger anchor stores. But as far as other entertainment options go, Oakville has plenty of fun things to do. In the winter, there's Taste of Oakville, which is a month-long food festival of restaurants offering a diverse selection of 3-course lunch and dinner meals from a fixed price menu. In the summertime, there is Oakville Rib Fest for those wanting to enjoy good music, good company, and of course, good ribs. And for year-round fun, you have plenty of attractions like Dave & Buster's, which is a family-friendly sports bar and arcade hybrid. iFly, which is a thrilling indoor skydiving facility which teaches you how to reach for the skies. Or grab some popcorn and watch a movie under the stars at Oakville's premier retro drive-in theater. It's one of only a handful of drive-in theaters in the GTA, which is called the 5 Drive-In. Speaking of the outdoors, if you are looking for more outdoor fun, then Oakville has tons of that for you as well. Oakville is known for the plentitude of golf courses, including the renowned Glen Abbey Golf Course, which has been host to 28 Canadian Open Golf Championships so far. Bronte Creek Provincial Park has hiking and biking trails, cross-country skiing, camping sites, and even a clay barn. And with its extensive trail system that stretches over 200 kilometers, coupled with open parklands, gardens, and lakeside views, Oakville is a natural playground for those wanting to take in the fresh air and explore the outdoors. The town of Oakville is a vibrant and beautiful lakeside town with a strong sense of community and historical charm. You get that small town feel, but with all the modern amenities of a larger city. And even though you're only an hour from Toronto, you'll feel like a world away in this nice and pleasant, welcoming town. So if you're considering moving to Oakville, then feel free to give me a shout. I would love to help you out. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or even schedule a Zoom call. All of my contact is down in the description below. I would love to help you make a smooth move to Oakville. In the meantime, I'd also love for you to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. It really does help me to continue to put out more content to help people just like you who are looking to make a move to Toronto. And also check out this video that zones in on some of the most popular neighborhoods in Oakville that people are moving to. You get drive-bys of the homes, neighborhood demographics, school ratings and safety zones, all so that you get an even better idea of what it looks and feels like to live in this beautiful town. Until then, thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you stay safe, and I will see you around town.